All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today I want to take you guys through how I made roughly about $3,000 on vacation. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Well, in this video, let's get into it. Guys, it's been almost 2 weeks since I made a video. Oh my goodness, almost 3 weeks. So for those of you who weren't aware, I actually went on vacation. This was actually a pretty cool opportunity because it allowed my portfolio to grow without any interruption. And in the same time period when I was actually on vacation, the market did very well, rising about 4.5%, almost 5% in the past month alone. So that means that our investments, of course, should be doing pretty well. And so what I want to do in this video today is I want to take you through some of the dividends and how much money I exactly earned in the past 2 weeks or so while I was on vacation. And then what I also want to show you guys is just kind of how everything has changed in my portfolio, because I did make a little bit of a buy and a little bit of a sell within my portfolio, and I want to go through all of that with you. So if you guys are new or you're, interested in sticking around to the channel, we're up to 8,418 subscribers, only 71 subscribers the past 28 days. I'm so shocked. We actually still got some views while we were away, but I really am so grateful for all of you guys who are now here and are now back watching this video. So without further ado, I just want to take you back to my previous video, because in my previous video here, if we just go back and we look at my portfolio value, what was it before I left for vacation? Well, my portfolio value, if I can pull it up right about here, was $69,496. So $69,500. Well, today we sit at $72,762. But here's the thing. Today, Yieldmax released their distributions for this week, but today was the ex-dividend date. So today we got hit with a bunch of kind of Yieldmax ETFs, which are going to be paying out dividends for this week. So our account's actually down a little bit today. You can see we're down almost $500, and that's really kind of prevalent due to these Yieldmax distributions. So what does that mean? That means our account's actually sitting at about $73,000 something dollars, $73,200, which if you compare that to what we were sitting at 2 weeks ago, we roughly made about $4,000 while we're on vacation. And a lot of that actually is in cash. Now, if you guys look at the screen here on this video, I'm going to go back just a touch, just a couple seconds. Let's see if it shows it, maybe a couple more. Boom, to the 5th. Awesome. So when we're looking at the cash in this video, I just want to click, boom. Let's see if we could get this. We're roughly sitting at about $3,200 in terms of cash. If we can pull this up, we got to get this perfect. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me here. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to play this for 2 seconds. Okay, $3,214 in cash. $3,214 was prior to my vacation. Now in terms of cash, we sit at $6,520. So let's do that here. We're going to subtract $6,520. That means in the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks roughly, I've earned about $3,306 in terms of cash from my investments. Of course, as mentioned, I made some buys and some sells. What did I sell? I sold Coney. My share count's only 100 shares. I sold the other day 161 shares, as you can see here, at an average share price of $9.71. That was a pretty good share price to sell at for me, because my average cost per share is $7.79. So I'm up almost 15 to 20% on this position. At the same time, I've also received a ton of dividends from this position. So Coney, I just decided to sell because the underlying stock Coinbase is approaching about $400. I believe it's a very high marker and it's getting a bit overvalued. I sold, and I'm very happy with that sell. So that's one there. One that I bought is Health and Tech, ticker symbol HIT, H-I-T. I bought 705 shares, I believe. As you can see right here, 705 shares at an average share price of about $1.90. And I bought this because this is more of a small cap company, but I do believe long term it's going to be a great player, and I think it has a lot of room for capital appreciation. It's not a dividend play, but HIT Health and Tech, if we kind of look at the stock, it's recently been on a bit of a strong bull run, and I've actually earned over 200% because I bought this stock at 55 cents. 295 shares, and I recently just added more. So I'm up over 200% on my initial position and about 22% on my current position. I hold 1,000 shares, which is quite a bit, but I'm very confident in this stock, and I'm very excited to see how it grows. It's the only small cap company that I bought, and if you guys check it out on Webull, there's a bunch of amazing comments down there, and I love to see everyone in that community. It's awesome. But nonetheless, don't take my word for it. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. Do your research before you invest. So let's see exactly what has happened over the past 2 weeks. Well, a lot of dividends came in, and let's look at some big ones. So the first one that sticks out is XYZY. I own 817 shares, and I got paid out roughly $360. And this is honestly a pretty poor dividend for XYZ. So it's XYZY. So it's really exciting to see if they do pay out some big dividends that, they're going to really boost my monthly income. And XYZY, if we could find it here, is actually doing very well for me. It looks like it's, I'm down about 20%, but in the past little while, it's clawed back to $10.88, and I purchased a lot at $8.77. So I'm up a lot on that position, and that buy really helped me out, and I've collected a lot more than 20% in terms of dividends. So it is awesome. But moving on here, if we continue on, some bigger dividends that we see as well. This one here, which is 100 shares of MSTR. MSTR, I hold 100 shares and paid me a dividend of $123. Pretty solid there. We keep her moving, keep her rolling. I got paid, this was $151 from Yieldmax. So really, I made a ton of buys prior. This was a long time ago, maybe 3 months ago, and they're still serving me with high income today. My goal is to basically take out this cash. I don't really want to have too much cash in the portfolio, but it's all sitting in US dollars. I need to convert it to Canadian, and I need the exchange rate to improve in order to do that. So I'm holding cash right now. I'm actually not buying anything. Although I bought Health and Tech, if Health and Tech drops, I will buy it. Otherwise, I'm going to hold my shares. I'm not looking to buy anything right now. I think I'm earning a great amount of income, because you have to also think about your taxes too. I have a job, and when you combine the income I earn from my dividends here and the income I earn from my job, I want to make sure I stay within a reasonable tax bracket for the current time being, because I don't have any real estate that offsets it. I'm going on huge tangents, but basically 2 weeks, earned over $3,000, which I think is awesome, and it shows how much income is generated from these high yield ETFs. Not necessarily pushing it, but that's what I invested in, and I'm definitely looking to potentially buy more if prices drop, but for the current time being, I'm looking to spread my assets and just watch my portfolio compound. So if you guys did enjoy this video, we're up to 8,418 subscribers. I hope this video brought you some entertainment and showed you what my portfolio has done over the past 2 weeks without touching it. I think it's very awesome. And as the market continues to roar on, we will continue to update. Thank you very much for watching. Please do take care, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.